Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, the Star Tarot. I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Website at the top, kathymcleland.com. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards. Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. Website at the bottom, beginning of the last line. Website is hayhouse.com. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. What do we have for Taurus? Everything wants to go this way. So everything wants to move into the future, and I want to take the past into the future. That's my first thing I'm noticing. I want to move everything into the future. Okay. So, alright, so I like what I'm seeing so far. Ooh, we got the success card, so there we go. This is, what is happening? Okay, this is interesting, because this is where this is starting from. I feel like this is a past feeling, a past energy, a past moment. There was a point in life where you were very comfortable and felt like everything was exactly where it should be. As with everything, things last for a while, and everything changes sooner or later. This is kind of like, I'm just trying to think of a good analogy. This is almost like maybe when you were younger, you had a nice house or you lived in a nice place that you really much enjoyed. And maybe you were there for a good 10, 12 years, maybe a little longer. But for whatever reason, you had to move on from that. Maybe that was a childhood home, and life happened, and you had to get out there and do your own thing. Or maybe you lived in a certain place, and for whatever reason, maybe your employment changed, and you had to go somewhere else that was closer to where you were working. Maybe you found a partner, and you had to move for that reason. Whatever it was. It's just an analogy, but something changed. Maybe this could be a job thing. Maybe when you were younger, you had a different job and you liked it, but for whatever reason, that had to change. I don't see you going back to that original place, but I feel whatever it was you enjoyed at that point, that's coming back. At first, when it starts coming your way, I feel like you're getting it. You're understanding it's coming, but I feel like it makes you nervous. Taurus tends to like to have a reason to believe in something. And it can't, like, even though sometimes this talks about Pisces, it doesn't have to mean you're dealing with a Pisces or anything, but it kind of makes me feel like when I see that water, Taurus tends to get along with Pisces and Cancer. Sometimes not Scorpio, because that's your opposite, but it seems like this is something like, if I can figure out the mystery, if I see what's coming towards me and I don't understand why, but if I can find those pieces and find the reasons why I should believe in this, I would like that. And is that available here? When it first shows up, this talks about, this can be the opposite, but it's a new thing coming in. But it feels very familiar, and it's kind of like, if I can believe in it, I want to like it, but I don't know if I can. I don't have control of it, but I'd like to have. This is something where I don't feel like when it first starts coming your way, you feel like you have control of it. It's just kind of coming your way. And it feels familiar, and it feels like I want it, but I'm not really sure I should go for it. It's really kind of conflicting. It's exciting, but I'm not getting the information I want. Information is weak at this point. In the beginning, the information is weak. But for some reason, I do feel very drawn to it, and I do feel like I'm going to investigate further because I'm very drawn to it. How does this literally start? for Taurus. So you got the Devil upside down, and you got the Three of Cups upside down. Breaking of tradition and the lack of camaraderie. You might be going towards this because somebody else let you down. And wherever you currently are, so if it's going towards a house, going towards a job, especially if it's a job thing, people have disappointed you. You don't believe in them currently where you are. Maybe if it's a house thing, there's something about where you live. You don't feel comfortable living there anymore. You feel like you need to go. If it's a job, you don't feel comfortable with the people you're working with. You feel like it's safer for you to go somewhere else, either emotionally or maybe even physically, depending on what you're dealing with. You don't feel secure where you are, whatever it is. For that reason, you're looking to start something new, because it's kind of like, I can't stay in a place where I don't feel secure. I don't feel safe. I don't feel stable. So if I don't feel stable here, I'm going to have to go somewhere else. And I see something new coming in. It's not the same as before. So for example, it could be a relationship thing. Maybe you're in a relationship and something has happened where you don't trust the person anymore. You don't feel like you believe in them anymore. So you're like, I'm going to move on. Somebody else is coming towards you. It's familiar, but it's not somebody from your past. Same thing with like the home or a job. It's not a place you've worked before. Whatever it is that's coming forward. When it comes forward, though, it comes forward with a lot of positive energy. A lot of positive energy. Everything is already like, this is what's necessary, this is what has to happen, this is where things have to go. Everything's already lined up. You just either have to get on the bus or don't. And I feel like this might be out of character. This is out of character, I feel. But it's due to what you're dealing with right now. I feel like it has to be better than where I am. And I'm moving forward. But whatever it is you're walking away from, I felt like I just felt like it was coming anyway. I might as well go forward. I might as well go forward. And it does seem like it happens fairly fast, but it feels like I have to go towards stable ground. It's kind of like I'm floating here in the swamp, and I don't like it, and I don't know what's in the swamp. I have to get out of the swamp. That ground over there, I'm not really sure what's there, but I do know that it's stable. If I go there, I can build something from there, and I can decide from there, and I can go somewhere from there. I can't sit in the swamp anymore. I hate the swamp. I don't feel safe in the swamp. I feel like I could sink at any time, and then it's bad. I have to go. So you make a quick move. It's not normal for Taurus to move quickly like this. And I do feel like this is a major decision. But if you don't feel safe where you are, I feel like that's why you would do that. You also have success coming forward very strongly for you. Very strong. Whatever you're walking away from does not feel like it was loyal to you anyway, and recovers fairly quickly. There's a lot going on with that. It recovers very quickly, whatever it is. I would let your energy go of that as much as you can. It does seem, whatever you're walking away from does recover quickly, so I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent for you. I would just not over-center on that energy. Center on you. Think about what's good for you going forward. I'm not saying that's going to be easy. I'm a big fan of Paul McKenna, British author. How to Mend Your Broken Heart. It is geared towards romantic relationships, but I've used it towards situations. You can edit it to whatever you need to help you release and move on from whatever was the past. Center on your happiness and what you need going forward. I know that might be easier said than done, but if you consciously tell yourself you're going to do that, it'll get easier over time. It's not going to be like in 5 seconds for you, I know that. But if you kind of like, I'm going to center here forward, the more you tell yourself that, the more you remind yourself of that, over time it will happen for you. Could take you a couple years, I can give you that. But if you don't do it, in a couple years you're still going to be where you are now, and that's no good. I'm just saying. Worth a shot. Do what you got to do. Disconnect from that as best you can. Because going forward, you have better things for you. Don't let the past hold you down in that sense of like whatever you're walking away from. The situation is very, very interesting to me because when you get into it, you are very bonded to it. It goes through phases. It feels like this is where I have to be to start with. Whatever it is you're in, the more you learn about it, like the first phase is I feel like I have to do this. I don't know if it's for the best, but I have to do this. I feel stuck. I have to. That's the first phase of it. The second phase is learning about it. The more you know, the better you feel. Because you're not just going to go for frivolous, like, what's your favorite color type of stuff. You're going to get down to the roots. You're going to dig down to find out what this is made of, what you can depend on, where you can go with it, what its potential is. The more you know, the better you're going to feel. Then you're going to hit this phase. When I know what I need to know, when I know it's here, when I know what I can build from this, I'm going to start creating what I want from it, and you're going to love it, but it's going to go in phases. The first phase is going to be like, I have to be here. It doesn't matter if I like it. The second phase is like, well, now that I'm here, I need to learn about it. The third phase is literally going to be you loving it because you're going to find what you need and make what you want. So you're going to make it work, and you're going to actually enjoy it. And I feel like for most Taurans watching this, you're going to realize that, you've probably gone down that road before where you're like, well, I have to be here. And you've gone through that phase and you went through that, all right, I'm going to learn what I can here. It doesn't always hit this part where you love it. Sometimes it hits that third phase and it's like, well, I'll just make it what I can and I'll just learn to like it. This is going to be something you're going to love. It's a really good ending. So I hope that makes sense. Because it doesn't always hit that third phase in a positive way. Alright, I think we're good. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.